What's going on, guys? We are back with another replay analysis, this one of T-Rex. He got his replay analyzed by going to patreon.com/Gibbs000. We got replay analysis there, free play, coaching, monthly tournaments. Come check it out. We have a lot of fun. It helps support me, helps support the Giblet, helps support what I do. But let's get right into this replay. Let's just go. Let's just go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. He's rocking the Mantis. I like it already. Diamond 2, he's playing with randoms. He said the rotation's got a little bit off. Also, he plays with music on, so he doesn't really use audio cues, which I find absolutely insane because I am a big audio cue guy in this game. So, to be fair, I'm a big audio cue guy in basically every game I play, but this game, it helps me a lot as well. So, let's see how this game goes. Goes to grab the boost. This play here, it's always a little awkward when you can't tell necessarily if Flanders is going to come in for the play or not. If like, is this ball too fast for him? Once it's a ceiling, you can kind of guess that it's not. I have an itchy ear, so I'm going to itch it. Thank you. Once you can tell that, it gets a little bit sketchy. He does get a little bit lucky there to make that play. I would have liked him to go up a little bit quicker just to get a better block on it, because if Flanders hits that high, they're in trouble. But, it's all good, though. He goes up for this aerial, kind of whiffs. It's one of those weird aerials where the ball's, like, behind you and the camera's all funky. I understand why the aerial might get a little funky. He's mostly going up to make sure no one else is going up from the orange team and trying to disrupt. But, again, he can't hear them, so that's going to hurt him a little bit. Vortex with the 50-50. His teammate misses a nice half flip to try and get back in time. But, honestly, there's not much you can do. The third man on rotation completely misses the ball. And there goes a goal. Nice aerial here. Like, I like the idea of this aerial. He tries to go up as soon as possible. He tries to read it. And this is what I say all the time is when I see people that can't read them very well, off the wall, is to just go for it. And honestly, obviously it's a ranked game, so you might want to be a little bit better than this. But I like this idea on the read. He just runs out of boost. It's definitely a good idea, and it's good to get up early. Turns into a goal anyway. One thing that you'll notice is right here, all three kind of go for the face-off. So he does go up early, but he doesn't necessarily have to. That's the only thing is, like, I like the idea of, like, hey, I'm just going to go ham. I'm going to go for it. But you got to read the situation as well. Two guys are out of the play, basically. Maybe the guy in the middle can also go up for the aerial as well. But the guy in the corner cannot. He does go up for it, and he basically fakes everyone out on the other team. The one guy goes for the block, and the other guy goes to the net, and he's thinking that he has a chance to hit. And that's why it's also good to just go for these plays, because a lot of times it'll throw the other team off. To be fair, it might throw off your own team as well. In this case, it helped them more than hurt. So sometimes it's not a bad idea to just go for a play, even if you can't hit it, because it might set up your team anyway for a really good opportunity. Like the plays off the backboard. When you go off the backboard, sorry I'm pausing this a lot, but when the ball goes off the backboard and you fly for the aerial for it, even if you miss, it keeps everyone else locked into the net. Because if you go up so early where they can't even block it at that point, they're just stuck in net. And they're like, all right, we got to try and read this shot. Oh, crap, he missed it. Oh, crap, his teammate now has a great angle from the floor. Can do a great bounce shot, a great power shot, and it turns into a goal. So it's not a bad idea to go for him to fake everyone out. Get the clear here. Little help from his teammate. I'm not a huge fan of this ball chase here, just because this boost is definitely going to be taken from Flanders. I get what he's trying to do, but you should assume that this boost is going to be taken by one of these two guys, and he should have probably hightailed it out a little bit sooner. Going for the other boost on their side. It's not a terrible idea because he should have a guy on the wall like that making the plays. So now he's just chilling mid, waiting this ball out. Oh, unfortunate for him. He just moves out at the wrong time. Oh, this is an awkward play. It's very hard to tell that Flanders is going to hit that because Shaka-Boom over here, Garden, his player tag was kind of blocking the car a bit. Now, the only problem here is he grabbed that 100 boost, and let's see how much he uses. Right here, he uses 80, and then he uses a lot right there to get back, so it's good that he got the boost, but now he had to use it all just to get back into position. But hey, it's going to happen. Can't be perfect. Good boost grab here. One thing I would have done is maybe hustle even a little bit more for this boost. I probably would have used more boost to make sure I got this one. It was a very close call, and he barely beats out Shaka-Boom over there. And he had 78 boost, so why not? Just use your boost to get 100 again. Like, when you're about to go grab a boost, use everything, because you're about to grab 100 again, so it's not a bad idea. Get another goal here. Just want to go back. I want to see what I missed. A little demo there. Nothing really happening there. He's trying to force it past the middle. Didn't really work. He got a little bit of a bump on the goalie there, it looked like. And Flanders with the whiff. I want to go over to Flanders for a second here. See what exactly happened with him. He's going back to net. He spins around. And not really even a bump, but he just starts driving away from the net, which is very, very strange. And this is why he has to dive at this play. Look how far he just drives out of the net. He just leaves the net completely for no reason at all. The only thing I can think of, obviously, he wants to go get boost, but, like, if you read the play, this is a scary play. His one teammate's out of the play. DFXYZ, like, he might be able to tap that ball, but it might go right to blue anyway. He does miss it, and at that point, when he misses it, it's a 50-50 with Vortex. You have to stay in net. You have to respect that shot. And then he just does a bad job there of trying to dive across. Bad timing. So, you got to be careful when you're going for the boost, for sure. Back to T-Rex with his deal with it glasses. Being patient here, that's fine. Oh, that's not good. I think he was a little afraid of the shot from Flanders. Flanders came in a little bit late. He was maybe worried about the dunk, so he tried to change up the hit. But to be fair, with this ball going across the net, all three players from Orange were on the right side, so it's not the end of the world. And sometimes it's a good idea to just let the ball roll across your net and then play it out that way since everyone's on the one side. Obviously, I would not want to see him miss like that. I would rather him just let that ball roll by and then he can dribble it out. But it still works out in the end. And that's just... What you want to do is always try and read where the other team is. Like, if you see them all on one side of the field, try and throw it to the other side. Try and cross that field up. Throw it to the open space. And right here, we get a really bad play by his teammate. Gonna go back to this little play here. He tries to dive at this a little bit too early. It is a funky play. DFXYZ barely makes this hit. And I get it, but you could have waited a little bit longer just to make sure he's not going to hit this. Because, again, there's really no threat here. There's no threat of a shot, so you don't have to necessarily challenge this ball right away. And then you just wait this out. I would just be driving towards the wall because that's the only place he's hitting this ball anyway. And then try and field it from that. And then Stereo just... This ball just outpaces him. Outpaces him. Sorry, I can't talk this moment. That's just a really bad read on that. And that could have been a shot for him the opposite way. But, oh well. Tied up 2-2. So far, I haven't seen a lot of audio cues. He was saying he listens to music, but I haven't seen a ton of audio cues yet. That really have hurt him. Nice challenge here. I like this challenge a lot. He is the third man, but there is a guy coming back. And all three are basically in this corner, but no one's really near the ball yet. So he has a good chance to force a 50-50 and make that spill out to the middle. And it was close to going by DF over there, and Stereo would have had a shot. And honestly, 50-50s on the offensive end are so important, because if you throw them sideways, if you have a teammate ready for a shot, that's how a lot of goals are scored in the RLCS. Like, if you watch them, they challenge the ball near the other opponent's net, it goes sideways, and then there's a teammate there to clean it up. Good save here, just waiting for the ball. I want to see exactly how he positioned for this. He tried to charge out there for the first hit. I think he got confused that his teammate actually did hit it, and then he's got to back up. So I like the idea of him just going directly in the middle of the net. It gives him at least the most amount of space where he can try and make a play. And luckily for him, the ball just gets hit right at him. So, worked out. See if he can make this play. Pretty decent play. Keeps the ball in the air, and then Vortex is there to make a better supportive hit out. I don't like this play right here. I don't like him charging this. Like, Stereo is definitely lining up a secondary shot. He's not trying to leave on this play. And you can see right there, as he turns, right there is when you should stop boosting and just get ready for either you go towards the wall to guard that 50-50. But personally, I would have went to the middle here just to see how this 50-50 goes. Try and get the goal. Since you are the second man, you usually want to be in that middle spot, and you don't want to be on the wall because your third man can always guard the wall. So here, that pass was actually pretty good to the middle. He would have had a decent chance if he just wasn't a little too ball chasey there. Could have let Stereo do his thing. Vortex, great shot from him. And here, oh, sorry for the glare. Try and get rid of that. There we go. So there he realizes, hey, that ball's really high in the air. I only have 15 boost. Let's flip out of this. That's what I assume he was trying to do. Not the end of the world if you flip out of an aerial, as long as you do it pretty quickly. Good tip. It's not... It's weird because two players go for this. Like, Stereo should not be going for this. He had no angle whatsoever. I like this idea of trying to kill it to the side. He could have probably done a little bit better of, like, pushing it forward into the side, but that's okay. His teammate backs him up, gets the save. Now it's patient time, just waiting it out. Vortex with the miss, but he should have this play pretty easily. He's at 0 boost as well, so... I don't mind this jump in the air. When you have 0 boost, at least you can side flip back and forth to make up for the play. And if he's trying... if he's worrying about the shot, it wasn't that threatening of a play, but I still don't mind that play at 0 boost. Because honestly, you're probably more agile with your flips than anything else when you're at 0 boost. Nice little kill by his teammate. Now we're just waiting this out. He's got to wait it out. Vortex is up in the air. This is where you got to be very careful on plays like this. Vortex is in the air. You have to just let him do what he's going to do on this play and not creep up like this. He's the third man back. He jumps when 2 other cars are right near the ball. Not a great idea. Luckily for them, it's not really going to hurt them here, but... Like, sometimes, like, plays like that where cars are going up for the ball, it's a weird hit. Vortex might just, like, tap that down directly into the middle, and then you can take the shot. You don't necessarily have to creep up right on top of him for it. This play's not too bad. No one's that close to him, but Flanders is starting to approach, and I like the idea of smack it hard against the wall. It'll bounce back out, and most likely one of your teammates will be there for the shot, or for at least the next touch. There's a decent touch. I like this idea, too. I would like to see a double pop aerial here, because then he would have probably won this ball and got the tip over, but at least it forces the other team into the air. This tip's a little bit awkward, to say the least. I was hearing boost from his teammate that was like, hey, I'm behind you this whole time, and he could have probably left that ball for his teammate. Said it confuses his teammate, and now... they're forced out a bit. He doesn't go to net here, which he definitely should have. Once this place happens, like, once Vortex hits that, just go to net. Like, you don't have that great of an angle. It probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. It was a poor touch from Vortex, but what can you do? And here we go. Down to goal. A minute left. Again, Stereo missing another aerial. I've seen a lot of those. And then just the dunk goal. I mean, probably don't want to trap this here. Like, you have Flanders coming up on you. It's hard, though, because you don't want to push it too far forward because Shaka-Boom's there. But sometimes it's a good idea to just push it right near your net and go into that other corner just to play it safe. He was expecting Vortex to come in as well to make a hit. So, a little bit of miscommunication there. And, again, maybe he doesn't notice Flanders. But you can always notice. Excuse me. Oh, my God. Oh. So tired. You can always tell by the audio, too. That's one of the cues. Like, if you don't see the card necessarily, you're definitely going to hear him. Oh, tries for the flick play. He has no boost. Can't hurt him too much with this. But he could have tried to trap it a little bit more and then gone for the flick. But, oh well. Doesn't happen. 2 guys miss. Here's their chance to make a comeback here. Vortex with the play. Can't get it over him. And then just, like, I get what he's trying to do here. The plan is to probably hit it sideways against the wall. I wouldn't have liked him to throw it forward. I want him to throw it exactly sideways, because then his third man would be ready for a shot. Like, if you throw it forward like this, even if he does get it on the bounce and it doesn't hit the curve, you're really just giving possession away to the goalie that's just going to throw it back up the corner, and it's going to waste more time. On this play like this, you want that parallel pass so his third man can come in for the shot. Everyone retreating. Oh, man. Okay. Vortex, I'm sorry, T-Rex should be a lot closer here. Because, honestly, you have 13 seconds left. You're down 2. You have to go for these plays. And I get why he went for boost, possibly. But at some point, you just got to stay up here. Even if you had 0 boost, you just have to stay up. But now he grabs that boost. He actually hits the brakes as he grabs that boost, when he could have turned immediately, started boosting, done another flip to just get in position to have a chance. You see how he's waiting for so long over here when these 3 guys on orange aren't really making a hard clear. Like, the ball's above them. This is not going to be that hard of a clear. I get He probably doesn't notice this at first, so he thinks it's going to go back into the corner. But if it goes back in the corner, you're wasting a lot of time. You kind of just got to rush some plays, like that play right there. But nonetheless, just some sketchy positioning once in a while on these plays. But that'll cost him the game. And also, there are some defensive blunders, not necessarily even from him. Sometimes it's your teammates, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles in Rocket League. But that'll do it for this replay analysis of T-Rex. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you, T-Rex, for the Patreon support. And we'll see you next time. Later.